What is going on, Raptors Nation? It is Luca here, back with another video. Hope you're all doing well. Bronny James to the Toronto Raptors at number 31. That's certainly not something I had on my bingo card. Yes, we got a crazy new update regarding the Raptors' apparent interest in Bronny James ahead of the 2024 NBA draft. We're going to talk about it. Before we do just that, do me sorry, everybody, hit a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Raptors content over here on the Raptors Nation YouTube channel. So as we are getting all set for the 2024 NBA draft, which is exactly 1 week away from today, the NBA draft set for June 26th and 27th, the Toronto Raptors are reportedly interested in Bronny James. The Minnesota Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks, and Raptors have all recently been linked to the 19-year-old. According to Bronny's agent, Rich Paul, Masai Ujiri loves Bronny. As Rich Paul said this, there are other teams that love Bronny. For example, Minnesota, Dallas, Toronto. Masai Ujiri, Raptors president, loves him. The Raptors could take him without even seeing him at 31. Workouts aren't everything for these teams. So very interesting. Could the Raptors use their number 31 pick, which remember is the first pick of day 2 of the draft, to take Bronny James? Bronny played 1 collegiate season at USC. He averaged 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists on 36.6% shooting from the field and just 26.7% shooting from deep. He played in 25 games following a cardiac arrest incident. Of course, Bronny getting all of the attention and buzz because his father is LeBron James. Now, don't expect the Raptors to work out Bronny between now and the draft, because Rich Paul did say that Bronny is likely done with workouts, barring any sudden change. Bronny has held only 2 workouts to this point, one with the Phoenix Suns and the other with the Lakers. Rich Paul saying there could be some last-minute stuff if someone calls me late. We'll see. Now, you look at Bronny, of course, underwhelming numbers. He still has a lot of room to grow when it comes to his game. But the big intrigue with Bronny is the fact that his father is LeBron James. And there's been a lot of speculation about if LeBron will end up joining the team that drafts his son. Now, Paul did tell ESPN that LeBron has moved on from wanting to play with his son. Paul's saying this: there's no deal made that it's guaranteeing that if the Lakers draft Bronny at 55, LeBron will resign. If that was the case, I would force them to take him at 17. We don't need leverage. The Lakers can draft Bronny and LeBron doesn't resign. LeBron is also not going to Phoenix for a minimum deal. We can squash that now. There was obviously that rumor out there that LeBron was going to sign for the minimum if the Suns drafted Bronny, so then he could go play with his son with Phoenix. According to Paul, it seems like the notion of LeBron wanting to play with Bronny is no longer there. And when you look at the Raptors, I mean, as much as it is crazy scenario of not only drafting Bronny, but then ending up getting LeBron to Toronto as well, it's highly unlikely, because the Raptors would seriously have to reconstruct their roster to create the max cap space for LeBron to be able to join them. It's a fun hypothetical, but again, very, very unlikely that something like that would happen. So the draft is set for June 26th, 27th. Look, Masai Ujiri and the Raptors, they're always in these types of rumors and conversations, it seems. And again, this kind of came out of nowhere. You know, you obviously look at the prospects that have been linked to the Raptors at 19, but that number 31 pick is going to be interesting, because remember, Sam Bianchini even said that the Raptors could get some serious trade offers from teams that want to jump the line and be the first team to pick on day 2 of the draft. And I think that's what makes this so interesting, because the Raptors have that number 31 pick. It's essentially the first pick of day 2. So there could still be a name that is on the board that a team really wants. And maybe somebody falls and all of a sudden they have a chance to be taken in the second round. Or, maybe you have the whole intrigue with Bronny being taken with the first pick of the second round. So the Raptors being in this position, they can use it in many different ways. And it's going to be interesting to see who they ultimately take. I mean, you look at Bronny, obviously he has a lot of work to do. There are many people saying that they don't see him panning out in the NBA, and he would have benefited from staying back at college to polish his game before entering the NBA. But again, when your father's LeBron James, in the conversation of being one of the greatest players of all time, you can do what you want. And this is a classic example of that. And I mean, unless the Raptors have plans of luring LeBron, it doesn't make sense to me that the Raptors would take Bronny at 31. I think there are many more better prospects the Raptors can take at 31 than to draft Bronny. With all due respect to Bronny, I just said I think he's got to come a long way with his game before he can even be a competent, rotation player. So unless the Raptors have a master plan and Masai's cooking up something behind the scenes and he realistically thinks that he can make LeBron a possibility in Toronto, I just see this as being highly, highly unlikely. And really, it wouldn't make much sense for the Toronto Raptors to use number 31 on Bronny, where they can go after a much better, higher upside prospect that would help this franchise in the long term. Raptors Nation, do you want to see Bronny on the Raptors? Would you be open to the Raptors using that number 31 pick on Bronny James? Again, it hasn't been discussed a whole ton. I know I haven't necessarily talked about it much on this channel. Let me know, Raptors Nation, would you want to see Bronny with Toronto? Do you think Masai has a plan here? And yeah, let me know how you think this whole situation is going to play out. But guys, just want to do a quick video on this. Let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. That is it for me. It's Lucas signing off. I'll be back at it tomorrow with the Raptors Nation podcast, where we'll talk about the Raptors offseason, OG Anunoby, and also the draft, which is in 1 week. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Lucas signing off. Until next time, stay safe.